All right, let's stay with this particular story now and speak to Tendai Thema, the family spokesperson. A very good evening to you, and thank you so much for your time. So as the families, what is your reaction to this particular case?
Good evening, and good evening to the viewers. Well, we remain positive and optimistic that at least they will be given bail on Thursday when they return to the court for the bail hearings. And as the previous speaker spoke, we do have faith in the South African justice system that they'll do a thorough investigation and deal the justice as it should be.
And there have been, of course, other opposition leaders who viewed this as a targeting of Job Sikhala in particular, saying that this could be a case of foul play. And I wonder if the family shares those sentiments.
Well, we do believe in the innocence of Job and Alex Thema. So while we are not going to point fingers or side with any particular view, we'll wait for the investigations to be carried out. And like I said, we have full faith in the South African justice system and await the outcome of the investigations. While, on the other hand, we do believe in the innocence of Job and Alex Thema.
And I remember at some point, Job Sikhala spending more than a year in prison, and that time was quite a tough one for him. And I remember in one conversation, he was saying that his time in prison, in fact, eroded everything in him during that time of his incarceration. How are they doing?
They are well. They are not physically harmed. They're not under any sort of torture. So I believe that they can withstand this trial. And like I said, we do believe and hope that they will be granted bail on Thursday, all things being fair.
And if they're not granted bail?
Well, that will be a battle for the lawyers, I believe. But as a family, we remain optimistic, we remain hopeful.
And when you look at, of course, what has been said about this particular matter, I know and I respect your decision to say that you do not want to apportion any blame to anyone at this particular stage or even talk more about the particular case in and itself. But would you say that as a family, even though you don't want to talk much about it, are you suspecting it could be political?
I cannot comment on that, but obviously Job is a political figure, while Alexander Thema is not involved in any political activities. Job is a political figure and he will remain one. However,
Tendai, we seem to have lost your audio a little bit. We're struggling to hear you. I'm not sure if we can try again. I know you say that, yes, Job is a political figure, and you said something else there. Let's try again to see if we can hear you.
Okay, I beg your pardon. I had said that Job is indeed a political figure and he will remain one, I believe. But Alex is not. He's not involved in any politics. So we will still just put our faith in the justice system and allow the police and investigators to do their work while the lawyers also work hard to represent the two.
And how are the families, friends, and everyone else back home processing these developments?
Well, we are taking it in our stride. It is not an ideal situation. It's not something that we like or are enjoying, but it is what it is. And we will continue to support them however way we can. And we are receiving a lot of support from family, from friends, from well-wishers across the globe. And for that, we remain thankful.
And let's see then what happens a little later on this week when it comes to the bail decision. As you say, as a family, you're remaining hopeful. So let's see then if, the hope does pay off and where to from here. And appreciate your time, Tendai, this evening. Thank you so much for talking to us. That was Tendai Thema, the family spokesperson.